first time in the history of our great nation, no journalist is imprisoned for the practice of journalism.
No political prisoner. Even the opposition. We don't get a situation wherein we imprison any journalist. And we get more newspapers than now. We get more radio stations than now. We get more talk all over the place. Talk way relevant and talk way irrelevant. Talk way annoying and talk way disrespectful. Even when it is disrespectful, we dey accommodate them. Because we want for make we grow. That is the sacrifice we governance get for make in developing democracy. So all of these, we don't attract a lot of attention. International recognition, and they come and they call me at the White House.
To welcome 4 leaders from Africa, all of whom are doing extraordinary work. President Sall from Senegal, President Banda from Malawi, President Koroma from Sierra Leone, and Prime Minister Neves from Cape Verde. The reason that I'm meeting with these 4 is they exemplify the progress that we're seeing in Africa. All of them have had to deal with some extraordinary challenges. Sierra Leone, just 10 years ago, was in the midst of as brutal a civil war as we've ever seen. And yet now we've seen consecutive fair and free elections, and under President Koroma's leadership, we've seen not only good governance, but also significant economic growth. When you talk about Malawi.
You know, guys, I'm going to share this video with you. It's the recently concluded BBC Media Viability Conference and investment and stuff like that. That was hosted by, the government of Sierra Leone. Of course, President Bio was the keynote speaker. I just, allow all those small slides to show. This was President Bio again, mimicking that of former President Koroma in his speech, talking about, the fact that he was in power for 10 years. And, there was no arrest of any journalists. And, President Bio and others are always, plagiarizing, the materials of others, without paying, due process when it comes to referencing your sources. But anyways, that's besides the point. The fact of the matter remains, I can give you guys, I could give you guys countless examples of journalists being arrested in Sierra Leone, right? You take the case of Saliu Jallo as an example, when the chief minister was caught in a 1.5 million bribery scandal. Saliu Jallo reported this thing. He was arrested, locked up, detained at CID for reporting. So there has been no free press in Sierra Leone. If anything, they've been compromised at all levels. We've seen reports from the African Express, dozens and dozens of reports. No news organization has the temerity or the audacity to ask the president and his wife about the corruption, the thievery, the first lady receiving money for hands off her gals. The president not even going to the forging of receipts that, came out from the recently concluded Auditor General report, and the same Auditor General that has been fired, But you go back all the way to going to Lebanon, taking $1 million to go to Lebanon. All of these things, no media house, no journalists, no news agency has the guts to cover this in full, to bring out the facts, right? Let alone say members of parliament calling for the impeachment of this president. But anyways, so we know all of this talk, at this press conference was nothing. It was just blown smoke, and the international community knows this. Miss Lisa Chesney knows this. They're not impressed. Mr. Muller, American Ambassador David Reimer, Savan Horn. You guys are not impressed with all of this coming from the president, saying that there has been no detainment of journalists in Sierra Leone. They've been oppressed, continuously. That is all they've done, this government. Citizens can't even express themselves freely. Michael Massari is a classic example in Bo. All he said was President Koroma built this stadium. And he was arrested, locked up for 8 months. They lied and said that, he had some fake drugs in his possession. But we know it was because he exercised his rights to free speech. How many journalists, how many news organizations cover that? 98.1, AYV, SLCB, none of them covered all of those news. Because again, it's a state capture of institutions in that country. So this conference was just a sham again. Again, this conference takes away the fact that this government does not pay attention to the basic needs of its people. Electricity, clean drinking water, proper sanitation, the prices of goods and, food and commodities and everything. It's a shame in the country at this particular point in time. But it's good because I want to thank Lisa Chesney for the speech that she gave. I don't want to touch that right now at this moment, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is the president we have, talking about not detaining anybody or creating an enabling environment for everybody to thrive, and that is not true.
For the first time in the history of our great nation, no journalist is imprisoned for the practice of journalism. No journalist is in fear of death or imprisonment for the practice of journalism in Sierra Leone today. We have increased the right to access information, access to redress, and due process, and access to justice.
Guys, don't you love this? Guys, don't mind me. I know I'm busy. I'm trying to come into my garage and clean up stuff here, but I have to do this. Don't you love this? Oh my God. You see, in the famous words of former President Koroma, just because you came to power with propaganda does not mean you can continue to govern with propaganda. And so that is why people like us have to put these materials together and share with this guy and this president and all of these SLPP people to see that when you continue to lie, your lies will be exposed, because there is so much material and evidences against everything you say to show to the rest of the world. Anyways, guys, let me go about doing my business. I just want to share this with you. Have a beautiful weekend and have a good Saturday.
At the office around 12 o'clock, we receive a call, say, one policeman banged one pikin, where the community people and are fought feet the police, and they're on serious argument. So I began to drive and go down there immediately. When I go there, I meet the community people and the police, then they're on serious ala. So I began to do a video and return to Central Police for go get the views of DTO, where they're in charge for traffic. For ask them what really happened. So immediately when I go down Central, as I reach there, the policeman we have a meeting at Central, we have a meeting in 4th Street. I meet in Central Police. They say that the journalist is with the video. They rush at me, take my phone, take me money in my hand, then beat me mercilessly. Even when they try to identify me, say me a journalist from AYV. I get me jacket. They never listen to me. 8 of them, and then beat me mercilessly. But this is really bad. As a journalist for a policeman, if you identify yourself, say you're a journalist, you get your apron, you get your ID card, you show them say you're a journalist, they don't even listen to me. They beat me like me a thief man, bang me, even when they talk to me, it gets serious bottle, and I feel serious pain all over my body as they talk to. This is really bad. The Sierra Leone police really need to do something towards how some policemen they really can treat journalists in this country. Okay. And I always know say they can treat journalists, but this is a testimony to me, because this is the first way that happened to me. For make a policeman, not even one police, 8 policemen then beat me like me a thief man, just because of I go cover a story. They say they want the video. And then take me phone and me and the policeman and they all wear uniform. This also policeman away now close the well. And this happened inside Central Police, behind the Central Police. Now they then beat me 300,000 be inside my wallet, my driver license, my documents. I don't see my license, I don't see my wallet, and my phone be even missing. Now later on, now they pull the phone. When I ask them for my wallet, they never for pull the wallet. But the one that will beat me, by the time people like they come around, they never foresee 8 of the policemen that will beat me. From there, they force me to go up. When they don't force me to go up, they say me for give statements. They allow me for give statements. They force me for give statements. From there, they turn the case and say assault of police. I mean assault policeman, which of course not there beat me. That at the end they end up for turn the case from the statement say the assault of policeman, and then force me for even sign. Can you imagine after the policeman they don't beat me, they force me say me for sign power the statement. I really doubt how this country they go now. For let journalists go cover a story, though at the end policeman them. You get a good policeman them, you get some policeman the way they really brutal, especially them police the way they police bike, where they all bike them. You get some the way really brutal. The way they treat me today, like real testimony to me for make 8 policemen attack me inside Central Police Station, then beat me. Though at the end, they end up for turn the case against me, say, na me brutally assault policeman, which of course is totally wrong and is totally lie. I get evidence, I get people will be there around there, even policemen them. You know, say policemen they come up here and come in police. So say some of them go afraid for talk, say the policeman them beats me. But this happened in front of many inspectors them, in front of policemen them, not outside the police station, inside the police station.